It's another one of those beautiful late summer or early fall days. Going to be about 75. It's sunny today. Today is Friday, September 26th. It's no longer my son's 41st birthday. We have a full, and I mean full, landlord-tenant docket this morning. We have cases set every 5 minutes for a couple of hours. I expect we're probably going to get backed up. We have a couple of civil matters at 10. But as always, we'll get through it all. Judge Stutzman got a busy docket this morning, so does Judge Patterson. And it is Friday. Going to a wedding this weekend and celebrate someone's marriage. And that's all a good thing. I've already got people in the waiting room. And so we're going to click in here in just a minute. I'm going to maybe wait a little minute because more people that come in, the less times I have to read the advice of rights that is required by the Supreme Court. And that's a bit cumbersome. I've got 4 people in waiting already. So it is going to be a wonderful weekend also in the 80s. Again, my boats are still in the water. So let's get started. Today's first line, most of you will know this, our dose of shared common humanity. No matter what continent you're on, you should know this. So I get it right. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. Standing in a hollow, playing a new game. All right. Happy Friday to everybody. This is the kind of day for that kind of a song. Maybe you'll remember it. Maybe you'll listen to it. And we'll have a bit of shared common experience. Hey, where did we go? Somebody said it's awfully hard sometimes to remember when you read it in a deadpan. I didn't read it, but when you say it in a deadpan voice, if I sang it, you'd certainly know it. Well, hey, I got lots of customers here. Let's turn on the record, start to bring people in and identify them. Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
We've got a lot to do today. There's Ms. Nubry. We got Robert. We got TCL T34D. Who am I speaking with? What's your name, sir?
Robert Boots Jr.
All right, I got you. I'm looking for the other guy.
Can you hear
What's
me
your
now?
name, sir? What's your name?
Austin Newell.
All right, you're with Miss Nubry?
Newell.
Oh, Austin Newell, all right. All right, good morning, everybody. You're here for a landlord-tenant case. We've got these set every 5 minutes apart. I'm not sure how we ended up doing that, but we did. We've got our 9 o'clock. We've got our 9:15. But we don't have 9:05 or any of the others. I was kind of hoping maybe they would log in a little bit early. We'll wait a minute or two here. Mr. Reed, I did share an interesting note with Judge Stutzman and Judge Patterson. You may recall that when someone becomes a judge, they cannot handle a case involving one of their partners for 2 years.
Correct.
And when Judge Stutzman took office, I handled every Lori Hines case and every Matt Davidson case. That may have some import on who's going to do these landlord-tenant cases that you handle for 2 years. Anyway, it's a year and 5 months away, 4 months away, but I raised the issue.
I'm sure Judge Stutzman raised his hand in volunteering to take them.
All right. Everybody, you're here on a landlord-tenant case. I expect that our legal aid representative will be joining us here shortly. My name is Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse. And I'm just gonna tell you folks, and then as the others come in, we'll deal with it. You are defendants in a landlord-tenant case. Each of these are non-payment of rent, and these are a little bit sometimes difficult to sort out because it includes things other than what's readily apparent. But you have the right to hire an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court will give you information about a legal aid attorney, and they may be here. Hopefully they'll be here with us shortly. You have a right to have the case heard here in St. Joseph County where the property is located. I'm required to tell you that, but it's never been an issue, not even one time. You have a right to demand a jury trial. If you wish to have a jury trial, you must tell me at this first hearing or be prepared to file a written demand within 5 days and pay the $50 jury demand fee unless the judge waives it for your inability to pay it. If your landlord has asked you to be evicted from a residential property because you haven't paid rent, you may be able to get assistance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, a local coordinated entry agency, which is Community Action Agency, Housing Assessment and Resource Agency, which would be Neighborhood Inc., or the Federal Help for Veterans Program if you are a veteran. You do not need a judgment against you to receive assistance from the places listed above. A copy of the summons and complaint from your case are sufficient. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord by going through mediation. If both parties are interested, we could help set that up. If the matter can be resolved without going all the way to a hearing, it could result in perhaps a conditional order of dismissal, which he would help you to prepare, or the attorney would prepare. First case we're going to address is file 251632, Whispering Pines versus Stacy Nubry and Robert Boots. File number here is 251632 LT. Mr. Timothy Reed is here on behalf of Park and their manager, Ms. Lentz. Mr. Reed, what's the status?
Thank you, Your Honor. And so there was $1,000 payment made on September the 1st. So the total amount owed without costs right now is $1,090.
TJ, I don't think the problem is at your end. I think it's at my end, but
hold on. What are you getting?
I can hear you, just not very well.
Is it? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to see if hold on.
Rebecca, would you speak? Yeah, it's not you, it's at my end. I can't hear Rebecca any better than you, but I can hear you, but if you'd speak up.
Does it help if I talk into the microphone like this?
Perhaps.
Okay. All right, I'll start over. So there was $1,000 payment made September 1. The total amount owed today without court costs and service fees is $1,094.
Through September?
Yes, that does not count October.
Laura, could you come in and help me with this? I think it might be your volume. Is this lot only?
No, this is lot and rent. And I have $205.10 in costs, and that breaks down at $75.10 for service fee, $55 filing fee, $75 statutory attorney fee, for a total of $1,299.10.
All right, so $1,299.10.
Yes.
Miss Newbury and Mr. Boots, do you agree with that figure?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Your plan to get caught up?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, the law requires that I adjourn this matter at least 7 days. Mr. Newell, this will apply to you as well. So that takes us to next Friday. Let's see what that looks like. I had it up and then I went to look for something else. B3, that's the first Friday of the month. TJ, are you available at 2 o'clock on Friday, October 3rd?
Yes, I'm available all day that day.
Miss Newbury and Mr. Boots, you own the trailer? Is that
No.
correct?
No, this is lot and rent, Your Honor, sorry.
Oh, lot and rent. Oh, I misunderstood. So you're renting the trailer and the lot, is that correct?
I believe after this last payment, we'll own it.
So we're
All
trying to
right,
get
well,
them
you're
to
getting
buy, yeah,
close.
so we're
Yeah, as soon as
we're
it's,
close.
yeah.
All right, so you made $1,000 payment, that's good. Now, we're gonna continue this to next Friday, which will be October 3rd. Then you get 10 more days from that day to October 13th to pay the rent or be subject to eviction. So I think you got a plan. Are you both working?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You believe you'll be able to get this caught up by October 13th?
I'm definitely gonna try to. If we're unable to, we did speak with Miss Lentz on trying to get a payment plan arranged.
Well, you can do that. I tell everyone, Mr. Newell, again, this goes to you, stay in contact with your manager. And Miss Lentz has been here for a long time and she's managed this and other places. So she knows how it works. So she's accessible. So you keep plugging away at this and we'll address it next Friday at 2:00. All right, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
No.
All right, you're good to go. Our next cases aren't here, but Mr. Newell is, so we'll skip ahead to his. This is set for 9:15. All right. This is file 251635. Again, Mr. Timothy Reed for the plaintiff and Rebecca Lentz. And defendant. What's the arrearage in this one?
All right, so I have, can you hear me okay? I'm trying to make this loud enough.
No, I can't. So it's
All
not
right.
your problem, but I'm gonna
All right.
at some point get, Laura, would you see if you can get IT in here to help us turn this up?
All right, so I have $370.10 is the arrearage on rent, Your Honor, on the lot rent, with $179.10 in cost, and that breaks down $49.10 in service, $55 filing, $75 attorney.
I got it. Yeah, could you give me that again, Mr. Reed?
You
Sorry.
bet, not a problem, Your Honor. $370.10 in back rent, $179.10 in cost for a total of $549.20. And the costs break down $49.10 service fee, $55 filing fee, $75 statutory attorney fee. So there was a significant, there have been some payments made since the filing to get it down to that 370.10, Your Honor.
And I have the everything, including the court cost. I'll pay first thing as soon as I'm done with this court case. I have it on my card right here. I just have to go to the bank real quick.
So what we'll do, Your Honor, if that happens, I'll just file a dismissal before next week's hearing.
All right.
And how much was that again? For 400 and what?
$549.20.
549.20.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll have that paid as soon as I get to the bank. As soon as this court thing, I'll have it paid up front.
Very good.
Perfect.
We need more of that. All right. For purposes of tracking this, I'm going to continue to 10/3. That's next Friday at 2:05, but I expect it to be dismissed. All right, Mr. Newell, you seem to be on top of this, so good for you. All right, if we need to have a hearing, it'll be next Friday at 2:05. If you do pay, Mr. Reed will dismiss the matter and it won't show as a eviction hearing. All right, you're good to go, sir.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Bauer. Well, let's talk about the other cases. Whispering Pines versus Jamie Beauchamp. That's set for 9:05. No one is here on behalf of Jamie Beauchamp, and legal aid by Megan Bauer has joined us. What's the status here?
There's still arrears as of today. The amount owed is $2,584. That includes the court cost. Without court cost, it is
2,584.
Yep, and without court costs, it's 2,405.
All right, so what are the court costs?
179.10, and that breaks down 49.10 in service fee, $55 filing fee, and $75 statutory attorney fee, Your Honor.
We have personal service.
This is
Ms.
lot
Lance is
only.
It's lot only.
So I would
That's
ask
what I
that
wrote.
Yep, set this over for the 3rd as well.
All right, well, I can do that. I could do a default, but you're okay with just bumping it out?
I would prefer bump it out to give that extra opportunity. I'm going to be back here anyway.
Yeah, good. I'll continue it to October 3rd.
When it's
Yeah,
lot
it's
only, it's nice to try to give them a little, if they can get that a little bit, but I'm not, not a lot of activity. I guess there was a payment made in the late July, but is that the last activity you have, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
All right, well, like I said, we'll all be here anyway, so 2/10, next Friday, October 3rd. Then our 9/10 is Whispering Pines Mobile Home Park versus Cheyenne Osborne. She's not here either. What's the status here?
All right, so I am showing that the rent due is $3,272. Well, wait a minute. There's a $59 late fee. Make sure I have that correct. This is the one this is lot 45, correct?
This is the one I just sent
You
you.
just, okay. Okay. Thank you. I want to make sure that I look at that correctly. All right. All right. There it is. Okay. So the total amount owed without court cost, Your Honor, is $3,411.
How much are court costs?
Like 179.10. And that breaks down 49.10 in service fee, $55 filing, $75 statutory attorney fee.
Is there a late fee plugged in there somewhere?
$59 is the only late fee for all of it.
That's in the 3,411.
Yes. Yes.
Again, we have personal service. They're not here. I'll continue this
No.
to October 3rd
Yes, sir.
at 2:15 at TJR request. Ms. Lance, are they also still there?
They're still there, but I've heard through the grapevines that they are moving out. They will be out October 3rd. And she's purchasing the home from us.
So we're hoping, so we're give a little extra time to get things completed.
All right. Four Tops had something to say about hearing it through the grapevine. All right. So did John Fogarty. All right, our next one, we got so caught up, we don't have another case till 9:30. That's Colonial Estates versus Parks. Now, while we're here, let's set out our numbers and we'll use our time. She has applied, it looks like, for rental assistance.
Okay.
What do we know about this one?
I didn't know she filed for rental assistance, but I guess that's.
Well, let's see. I have
Do I have it?
application date
Okay.
stamped 9/9.
Okay. Good.
She's filed with somebody, I guess DHS. What's the current arrearage?
Current arrearage without cost is $4,590.
All right. And
With cost is 208. There's an additional $208.33. That breaks down $78.33 in service fee, $55 filing, and $75 statutory attorney fee.
right. And what's the total?
Total is $4,798.33.
These parties were served by attachment.
Yeah.
Rebecca, they've asked for assistance. Are they still there?
They are still here.
Have you gotten any of the paperwork regarding their request for assistance?
No, she doesn't talk to me.
Why is that?
She's never home. She won't come home until 8 o'clock. Her kids are always there though.
All right, well, normally with a financial request, I would adjourn it 2 weeks. But you're gonna be here next week. She doesn't have any contact with the landlord. I don't want to spread you around the map. I'll set this for 2:20. We're gonna be kind of crunched for time, but that'll be 10:03 to 5. Now, we aren't at the appointed hour yet, so we have to wait.
Sure. I mean, because we're not, I mean,
see.
even if she doesn't show up, we're not requesting a default at this point on it. I mean, we come
Yes,
back.
well, we got an attached service, but we probably have a second mailing. Is this lot only?
No, it's the lot and phone.
Lot and run. So we're always, yeah, that's why those get up that high.
But it's 485. That's the whole trailer and lot is 485 a month.
No, there's 485, 429 as well. So that's actually, there's two. Sorry, I may have missed that up on your complaint, Your Honor. 429.
Yeah, all I see is
plus 485. So it's actually 914. Sorry, my bad.
all right. Lot and trailer is just like renting an apartment. I'm not clear what DHS is doing for lot rent only.
Yeah, I don't know.
But-
So have you seen where they have paid lot rent only, DHHS, on any rental assistance? Meg or Judge, I'm just curious on that.
I believe they have. One of the reasons why I'm allowing these to go forward, as I indicated, some judges are not even allowing these. I know in Livingston County, the judge issued a very thoughtful opinion, says you can't do this. Well, this is lot and trailer, so you can do this under any theory. But as it gives people an opportunity to redeem, to pay the rent. And my recollection is during COVID, they did pay lot rent. And so same thing, legal aid wasn't in a position and didn't wish to argue that, hey, you can't do this because it was benefited the tenant if they get to pay the rent rather than simply a just cause termination with no other option but to vacate. We've been struggling with, we've got a lot of mobile home cases this summer. Both of your parks, Rebecca, are hooked up to city sewer and
Yeah,
water. Colonial Estates is White Pigeon, Whispering Pines is Constantine.
correct.
The ones without it we've got built-in problems. But Centerville, Three
Golden
Rivers,
Pond,
Golden, but no, the ones,
Riverside.
Memory Lane is hooked in, has city.
Memory Lane is hooked into Sturgis by
Yes, has
special
City
agreement.
Sturgis sewer.
They've been hooked up for a number of years. But yeah, we've got several.
I was going to opine a little bit on your discussion about rental assistance with mobile home parks. It seems that the primary concern is when the tenancy is a financed purchase. So if
Yes.
the person's renting the home or the lot, both are okay for assistance, but we see some pretty strange purchase agreements, and that's where it seems to me the federal agencies, or I'm sorry, the state agencies start to pump the brakes.
They don't want to
Yeah,
pay.
they
They
won't
don't want to pay. Okay.
provide funding for your mortgage if you're not making your house payment and it's a financed home. In most cases, they don't provide assistance for that. And you're right, they come in some nuanced contracts. Miss Parks, Is Mr. Heminger there?
Randy does not live here any longer.
While we were waiting, we ran some of the numbers. You weren't late. We just had a time gap. So we were using some of the time to get prepared for your case. The park contends that your rent is $4,590 in arrears,
That is
plus
correct.
court costs of $208 for a total of $4,798.33. You have filed, it appears that you filed a request for some financial assistance with DHS. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Do you agree with the numbers?
I do.
Have you heard anything from DHS?
Yesterday, I contacted them and they did deny it a couple days ago, and then going over the reasons why it was denied, she told me to refill out the paperwork, and then they're going to reprocess that with, I'm guessing, a different answer.
Are you employed?
I am currently getting unemployment, and that just started on the 19th.
Reason I ask, if they give you some money, let's just say the DHS says, all right, we'll pay $3,500. You would still owe an additional $2,300 to pay the rest of this. The only thing that cures this is paying the entire amount. A partial payment will not prevent the writ of eviction. This is pretty substantial arrearage. With costs, it's up near $5,000. It's unlikely they're going to give you $5,000. They might, I've seen it before. But if they don't give you that, you're responsible for the balance. My original intention, Mr. Reed, was to adjourn this a week, but it looks like she is in the process, and now there looks like there's going to be a delay. So the law says when they've asked for assistance, the preference is we adjourn 2 weeks. So let's see what we got here. We're already into October anyway. Do you no longer do Three Rivers Village?
Three Rivers Village.
Is that the mobile home park there?
No, what is? Yeah, I can't remember the
Yeah,
name.
there's the Palets law firm seems to be representing them.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it would be you. How about 10:30 on Friday, October 10th?
I have a
Boy, are we-
mediation. I'm available that afternoon.
Well, let's see what else we got. How about 8:30?
No, I'm in mediation all morning.
All right, well, let's split the difference here. Let's say we got for the 13th.
13th, I'm pretty wide open.
How about if we'd set it for 2 o'clock on October 13th?
Works for me.
All right, we're going to continue this 10 days and see how you're doing with DHS. Now, part of the reason you got behind is because Mr. Heminger left. He lost his in.
We divorced in April, and I have not received any payment from him at all as far as child support.
Who else lives there with you?
Myself and my 3 children.
All right, well, this is a tough situation. Your kids are in the school district there. You wish to stay there. Your rent arrearage is pretty substantial. This figure I gave you was through September. When we get into October, it's going to be higher still. I used to include that number in here, but I was told I can't do that anymore. What's the monthly cost here?
I believe it is $985.
Yeah, with the garbage fee. Yes, sorry.
So add that into the figure of $47.98. So you're going to be close to $6,600. So share that with DHS. But when we meet next time, October's rent will also be due.
Correct.
Okay. Hey, do you have a plan B if you can't get any assistance?
I do not.
I believe the monthly amount with the garbage fee is $934.
934.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let me talk about the worst case scenario. If you don't pay the rent on October 13th, you would get 10 more days to move or be subject to being evicted, which would be October 23rd. So that's 20 days from now. So I really hope you can light a fire under somebody at DHS. But then, of course, on the 1st of November, November's rent is going to be due. And so.
I do have money coming in now.
All right, well, very good. Hopefully you can get caught up with this. I'm not encouraging an eviction. I'm just telling you that that's the worst that could happen is you would have to move out or the sheriff would come put your stuff out on the street. So stay in contact with Ms. Lentz, your manager. DHS may need information from her. Stay in contact with them. The number is 4,798. And it's gonna be an additional 934 for October. You and I will talk about this further at 2 o'clock on October 13th. Stay in contact with your manager. All right, good luck. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
All right, I'll see you in 10 days.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we should all get a plan B. All right, here's all right, Ms. Lentz, I'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good one. Meg, have a good weekend.
All right.
You too, TJ.
Someone named Andrew Rognus is in the waiting room, but I don't really want to bring him in. We've gone through the rights with Miss Kuntz and Mr. Sluice. Someone is here from the park. We don't yet have Mr. Commandite. I'll bring Mr. Rognus in anyway. Good morning, Mr. Rognus.
Your Honor, Meg, how you doing?
Morning,
We got a
Andy.
couple cases before you're up, but we'll wait and see who comes in. We're waiting for an attorney on the 940 case. I expect to be here any minute. You look good today. That looks like a real tie. Oh, I guess not. I guess not. Anyway, I look good. I'm sorry I spoiled the illusion.
It would seem you've got a reputation to keep, Andy.
I do.
He's upholding Judge McManus's reputation. Ms. Coons, can you turn your camera on? Very good. Good morning.
We have to be outside or we don't get signal.
Well, it's a nice day, so that's all right. All right.
The leaves are falling.
And yes, it's fall. Unfortunately, oh, it's going to be a nice week. You're Shasta Coons and you're Kyle Sluice.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We've got your manager, Casey Villa, here, and we're waiting for the attorney for the park to join us. I would also note that Megan Bauer is here from Legal Aid if we need to seek advice or information from her. What often happens is the lawyers have to be in more than one court at the same time. We've been pretty good on landlord-tenant days. I've got 2 general civil matters at 10, so I really don't like to get backed up here. Let me ask this, Ms. Coons. You guys rent the lot and the trailer?
So the trailer is on a rent to own.
Meg, that's one of those cases that you mentioned earlier. All right, Mr. Cromendike's here a couple minutes late, but he is here.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Golden Pond Estates versus Shasta Coons and Mr. Kyle Sluice. we had gone through their rights with them while we were waiting, and we've done that. Mr. Steve Cromendike is here on behalf of the plaintiff, and their manager, KCV, is here. This is one of those, what part of it is lot rent, part of it is a rent to own for the trailer. Sometimes hard to sort it all out. This park also has some sort of a utility fee that I've been learning about. So, Mr. Cromendike, what's the arrearage here?
And just so we're clear, I think the original complaint included some of that that rent to own or loan payments on the mobile home itself. I have taken those out of the numbers I'm going to give you now. So there is outstanding lot rent at $395 a month, totaling $1,975. In addition to that, we have $250 of late fees, and that's at $50 a month. And then we have a $60 NSF fee for a payment that that didn't go through. And then there are $356.72 of outstanding utilities fees. That total is $2,641.72. In addition to that,
all right, go ahead.
We've got court costs totaling $308.20.
Give me that again, please.
Court costs are $308.20.
Thank you.
And so the total amount to retain possession would be $2,000, as of right now, would be $2,949.92.
And that does not include the trailer payment.
Correct.
All right. Their claim is that you are 1975 lot rent, 5 months worth of late fees, an NSF fee, and this utilities for $2641.72 just on the lot. What's your position with that?
I had applied through DHS for some help for the total amount that was on this paperwork. And I got a denial just in the mail the other day because something to do with it, this paperwork didn't reach them in time, so I have to resubmit that. But the problem being is I can't access my mail at this park. I've asked repeatedly for keys. The entire time I've lived here, I cannot get mail here, so I have to have everything deferred to my parents' house in Marcellus, and that's where the DHS paperwork has to go. So when
you don't live in Marcellus. Marcellus is in Cass County.
Right. My case is out of St. Joe County, but they mail my paperwork to Marcellus because I can't access my mail at this address.
Just a minute. Ms. Villa, could you join us?
We requested the key multiple times.
Ms. Villa, is there a big mail delivery?
There's a box and it has keys.
Yeah, at the front of the park, there's a box with like all the keys for each unit.
And you don't have a key to it?
Never received one. I've reached out to Trish, the person I was told to reach out to numerous times. I never received the keys. I talked to the mail person. They said they had to provide the key to us, that they couldn't change them.
I've got a note taken down, and I will let the owner of the park know, and hopefully get that resolved as quickly as possible for you.
Okay, thank you.
Now, this is complicated. Some of it is utilities, some of it is lot rent. They will assist you with the lot rent, but they won't assist you with your payment on the trailer.
Right.
Like if you were buying a house, they won't pay your mortgage. They'll pay your rent, but they won't pay a mortgage. So there's even more money due on the trailer payment, which is not a part of this.
Right.
How is your water? Does your water and sewer work?
It's disgusting. It's not
Water's
usable.
yellow.
It's brown to yellow. It stinks.
It stains our clothes if we wash clothes with it.
I don't even wash my clothes here anymore.
Yeah, something's going on with their water.
Does your sewer work?
It works, but so if you use the toilet or even like the shower, the toilet, or when we would use the washing machine in the back half of the house, it would
It
smell
would regurgitate putrid
like
smell.
dead fish.
All right. Well, there's some issues here. The park has got these issues.
And
Megan, do we know if they've got a proper certification for operation yet?
we do, Your Honor. We just received it yesterday from the state.
Very good. Very good. So we got that not to worry about, but there's other issues.
And as far as the water goes, Your Honor, I hear what's being said. I had provided Meg with the water is tested monthly, is my understanding.
Well, it's tested at the wellhead. It's not tested at the faucet in the individual trailers.
Yeah, that I don't
And,
know that. Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I said, I had sent the health department out there years ago, but they didn't want to condemn make everybody homeless. But this park needs some work. I think the septic is bad, and I think the water to the individual trailers is bad. At any rate, they have requested some financial assistance. So in theory, I'm supposed to adjourn this for 2 weeks.
Judge, I am, of course, happy to consult with the tenants if they're interested in applying for legal aid.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right. Let's look at a date. Mr. Cromendike is trying to get the park all situated here, and there's just some issues that are unresolved. That takes us to Friday, October 10th, and that is a better day. Are you available at 10:30 that day?
Yes.
Are you, Mr. Cromendike?
I am.
In order to cure this, you have to pay the entire amount of the rent. So right now and the other thing, when we come back again, it will also include October's rent. And so we'll be over $3,000. That's just the trailer lot payment. Also, you owe the payment on the trailer.
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't been there in some time. Maybe if everybody in the whole park paid their rent into escrow, rather than pay the rent, we'd have a bunch of hearings about the habitability of these premises. But we're gonna continue this to October 10th. So you got two problems. A, you need to pay the entire amount to cure it, and B, this is lot only, not the trailer payment.
Right.
So you've got multiple issues. Are you both employed?
I just started work again because there's been a lot, but I don't want to get into that right this second. But Kyle's doing DoorDash as well. We've just had a rough year. Easy way to explain it.
Well, I think a lot of people are fighting that same struggle. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room and let you talk to legal aid privately.
Okay.
But our next hearing will be Friday, October 10th at 10:30. All right. You should just click the button that says join. Legal aid May.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay,
She's going to, then she's at her house.
that's
We have
fine.
no internet.
All right, Mr. Cromendike, you're still with me.
I am.
Our next matter is 9:45. We're about 8 minutes behind. And that is future vestments versus Coloff. This is a property in Colon. Ms. Villa, I guess we're done. Is anyone be here on behalf of Daniel Coloff? All right. The property appears to be vacant from the service. Let's see if I have a second mailing here. No, I don't.
surprises me. We almost always do that, but I'm not doubting you. Just to be clear here, Your Honor.
If you can see one, let me know.
I
don't
actually
see it.
do have one here. I've got it in my file,
All right, then I'll accept that.
and it was signed by Elaine Gibson, the court clerk, on August 22, it appears. And just to be clear here, this is my client purchased this property at a sheriff's sale. And we're here because they are not being permitted to inspect the property. And so we are seeking possession, but also a termination of the redemption rights.
Yes. All right. We do have a second mailing. We may have a default judgment for possession.
Would you like me to submit that?
Yes, please.
Okay. Perfect.
10 days from today would be the 6th of October. Clearly nobody's in the property, but I think we better go with the 10-day notice. Maybe there's stuff in there. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Can you wait 10 days?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. October 6th for the date, and I'll indicate plaintiff will submit order.
We'll get it sent in.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll see you next time. Thank you. All right. Next is ARLK Properties versus Catherine Smith and Cody Lester. Cody Lester is here. Catherine Smith, no. And Andrew Rognus is here, and Nate from ARLK Properties is present. Mr. Lester, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Does Catherine Smith still live there?
Yes, sir.
Where is she?
She's currently with the kids right now.
All right. You're also appearing from outdoors, but it's a beautiful morning.
Yes, sir.
This is filed as a non-payment of rent case. We're going to talk a minute about how much the rent allegedly is. If you can't afford an attorney, you could request legal aid to represent you or seek other legal representation. We don't have court-appointed counsel for civil matters. All right. Mr. Rognus, what's the circumstance here?
Well, at this point in time, Your Honor, rent totals $3,600. I'm suspecting if we get adjourned into October, it'll be another $1,200, so it's going to get to the point where it's $4,800. Lease does specify a late fee of $5 per day, which, as of today's date, would have been $435.
We'll recalculate. We'll leave that out. You can't do a $5 a day late fee.
Okay, well,
no court allows that.
Yeah, the rent is currently $3,600. It'll be $4,800 on the 1st of October, and the total for costs is $232.40.
So it's $3,852.
Okay.
40.
Yeah.
All right. Here's Judge Pattison.
Back from California?
Yes. All right. Mr. Lester, do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
What's your plan?
We're currently working with a couple of different agencies to get some help with that while we get back on track.
All right. Who have you been in contact with?
Her name is Kathy, and Neighborhood.
Which agency?
One of the veteran agencies. I'm not exactly sure the name.
DHS, Community Action Agency, yeah. Neighborhood Inc.
Community Action Agency and Neighborhood Inc.
All right. I said this about 20 times. They scheduled a meeting with those agencies to talk about what funding they had. And I went to it, but they canceled it. I was interested to hear if they had any money. The only thing that'll cure this is paying the entire amount, as Mr. Rognus indicated. There's gonna be another month's rent due October 1st. Your rent is substantial, $1,200 a month. That's pretty high for St. Joe County rents. In Chicago, you can rent a doghouse for $1,200 a month, but here, it's at the higher end of our spectrum. Because you have requested assistance, I'm supposed to go 2 weeks. Mr. Agnes, which would take us to October 10th at 10:40. Does that work for you?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lester, couple things I want to repeat. The only thing that'll cure this is paying the entire amount of the arrearage. So it's gonna be pretty substantial. It's gonna be close to $5,000 when we get into October. So let's say they agree to give you $3,500. You're still gonna need an additional $1,500, and we may revisit late fees. No judge allows $5 a day. I've been up to $50 a month. So if we put that in there, that's gonna be additional $200 in late fees, which would make $5,000. If you're unable to pay that, I'm gonna give you 10 days from October 10th to vacate or be subject to being evicted. That would give you until October 20th, unless the landlord gives you some grace, to stay or move. I'm sure that ARLK Properties has a waiting list of people looking for something to rent. And the farther they go, the farther behind they get, and their interest may be just to get you to either pay or move. So bear that in mind as you go forward. Couple pieces of advice: stay in contact with your landlord. Let your caseworkers know there's going to be additional month. So the arrearage is going to be, if we add in late fees, $5,000 plus some. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Next hearing is 2 weeks from today, October 10th at 10:40. All right. You're good to go, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Your Honor.
All right. We're going to switch gears to our civil cases. We got 10 o'clock. So we're 4 minutes behind, considering how things were going. Good morning, Mr. Cox.
Morning, Judge.
Ms. Escamilla is here from her world headquarters in Kalamazoo, and Tracy Bice is here. This is file number 25166GC. It's entitled Omni Credit Union versus Tracy Bice. Are you Tracy Bice? Could you unmute your microphone?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
All right. Good morning. I love us too. You've got a sign behind you that says I love us. So I guess everybody loves everybody. Anyway, you have a substantial debt to Omni Credit Union. It's north of $15,000. Attorney Escamilla represents Omni Credit Union, and she's here in an effort to collect on this judgment. She's filed what's called a discovery subpoena to compel you to come to court to answer questions for her. To make things more convenient for everybody, I allow this to be done by Zoom. So Ms. Escamilla is here from Kalamazoo, and you're here from Pinhook Road, Mendon. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand, Ms. Bice. Do you swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
All right, Attorney Escamilla is experienced at this. She's going to ask you some questions regarding your ability to pay on this debt. I'm going to put you in a private space called a breakout room, and you can talk privately with her. I will be here when you're done to see if you need any further assistance from the court. But you click the button that says join. You're under oath, you're under subpoena, and you're required to answer her questions. Ms. Escamilla, have anything to add?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you click the button that says join and you guys can talk privately. Ms. Shingledecker, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm
All
here.
right.
The camera's pointing
Okay.
way up.
I'm not sure what happened. The camera got
Yeah.
pushed up in here. Mr. Cox, today's opening line is so easy, even Meg would get it. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came, standing in a hollow, playing a new game.
I'm drawing a blank, Judge. I don't think I have enough coffee. Let's think a minute.
Good, look it up.
Okay.
You hit Thunder Road out of the park.
Brown-eyed girl?
Yes, yes.
Van Morrison.
Yes.
Just took me a second. I was thinking Springsteen again, Judge, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not.
No, they're complete. The only thing they have in common is that they're songs that I like.
Oh.
Ms. Shingledecker, thank you for your indulgence.
I love music.
Elaine,
so no
could you move that camera down so she doesn't have to stand up like that?
It's kind of tight on there, but
I'm not sure what happened to it.
it's, I think the cord behind is being pulled down, so it's just going right back up. And I don't want to break your camera.
Yes, all right, thank you.
That's okay. You can stand on the chair. if
All
you
right,
like.
now I would have you here in the courtroom, but by using this conference room, I may be able to let you speak privately with Mr. Cox. So let's call this case. This is file 25489 GC. It's entitled Three Rivers Health versus Rebecca Shingledecker. Keith Cox is here on behalf of Three Rivers Health, and we have a lot of these cases, and they're often difficult because they wait a while before they file the actions. And there are often issues regarding insurance. This is a hearing regarding plaintiff's request for discovery and an opportunity perhaps for you two to talk. Mr. Cox, you wish to speak to your motion?
Yeah, Judge. So the court in this case didn't grant discovery in its initial scheduling order, interim pretrial order. Plaintiff interpreted the court's number one to mean discovery would be completed, says pursuant to MCR 2.301, which states plainly that discovery is only afforded to the parties by leave of the court or by stipulation of the parties. We weren't able to stipulate on this, or I didn't get any consent from the defendant after filing the motion, but we're here asking for discovery in this case. And as the court knows, I'm here on a lot of these different cases for Three Rivers Health. Typically, plaintiff has all that it needs to go forward with a medical bill case. However, the defense in this action is that this was a botched surgery, that the plaintiff committed some sort of negligence, medical malpractice, if you will, in the rendering of the care. And plaintiff's position on that is that it's a valid defense if it can be established. And the way to be established is to bring in a doctor of equal standing to the one that performed the surgery, and also to testify as to the standard of care that then was breached relative to the procedure. And plaintiff's position again would be, we're interested to know if she's really serious about advancing this defense. And if she's not, we might be able to then move up for summary proceedings. So we're asking that the discovery order be granted for 30 days. The discovery that I'm intending to serve upon the defendant is attached to our motion as Exhibit 1, and we'd ask that discovery be afforded plaintiff in this case.
All right. Ms. Shingledecker, I think you got all that. Saying that the care was inadequate or worse is a potential defense to the fact that you owe the money, but you can't just say that. You can say it in your pleadings, but in order to maintain it, you need a medical expert to come in and say this level of care was negligent or inadequate or dangerous. As a layperson, you can't just come in and say, hey, I didn't get good care or they botched my procedure. So it puts the burden sort of back on you. So they've asked for discovery, which means they're going to ask you some questions about the availability or who's going to be your expert to put your theory forward. The other option, and I think we'll avail of it, at least you two can talk to each other. Or maybe you've got an expert in mind. You went to Henry Ford Hospital after this?
I had to go to 2 additional hospitals after Three Rivers Health to be cared for because Kalamazoo Borges Hospital couldn't successfully perform what they needed to do to fix it. So I had to then go to Detroit. I'll be honest with you, Judge. I do not have an expert witness. I'm not financially prepared to hire a lawyer, let alone a financial or an expert
Have
witness.
you discussed perhaps a medical malpractice case with an attorney?
After all of this happened, a few months following the procedure, I did reach out to multiple attorneys, and in a nutshell, I was one fatality shy of qualifying for a medical malpractice lawsuit. If I would have passed away, it would have been fine, but no one would take my case because I didn't die or I didn't have a life-sustaining injury.
Well, that's slight comfort. Well, if you died, we would have handled your case. It's like saying someone which has been said before, in an assault case. Well, if you had died, we would have charged him with murder. But that's not much of a relief to the person that's dead.
No.
All right. Well, what I would like to do is put you in a breakout room to talk for a minute. But I've got somebody in there. I didn't have the foresight to open more than one room. Let me see if I can do more than one.
I'm in a room all by myself.
That's why so I can put you in I'm not afraid to have you here in the courtroom. You came in and said hello. You're in this conference, so I can let you speak privately with Mr. Cox. Let me see if I can open another room. Every time I try to do more than one room, I get sideways. Let me see how they're doing. I interrupted, Miss Escamilla. How are you guys doing?
We're making some progress.
I need to add another breakout room. So let me set up another one and I'll open all those rooms. Miss Shingledecker, you may need to hit the button that says join. So I'll put everybody back in the breakout rooms and I'll be here.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
I actually managed to do that. For some reason, when I would start to do it, it would affect our sound. All right, we're not in too bad of shape. We've done quite a few matters this morning. We have all the carryover cases of Mr. Bush's, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Enchanted Glen and then 3 Kreitz cases. So let me take these 2 out. I have a muffin, but I don't have time to eat it. I'll be right back. Apparently, I have at least one in custody defendant that I'm going to need to see. All right, I've got 2 parties in the breakout, which is fine. I have a 10:30 with Enchanted Glen, and then I have 4 John Bush cases. So let's find out who this lady is. She's here on the Enchanted Glen matter. Ms. Bauer?
Judge, Attorney Popovitz and I are on the phone right now.
All right.
I'm not sure if Elaine was able to get you the memorandum that I bench filed. But
I didn't even see your appearance. So no, go ahead. I'll look for it. Maybe it's electronic. Elaine, do you have any pleadings from legal aid on the next case?
Okay.
Welcome back, Ms. Escamilla, Ms. Bice. Do you need any further help?
No, Your Honor, we've completed all the questions I had. She has agreed to send me the documents we requested in the subpoena. So as long as we see those, we shouldn't hopefully be back in your courtroom anytime soon.
All right, very good. Ms.
All right.
Escamilla, you're good to go. We got through it without nary a bark. Ms. Everling, Ms. Bice, you're good to go.
Thank you.
And hopefully that will resolve the matter.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Did they file an appearance?
What's that?
Did legal aid file an appearance? I didn't see an appearance either. She said she was going to. All right, thank you. Well, Mr. Kreitz's word of wisdom is the man on top of the mountain didn't fall there. Apparently he didn't read The Free Fall of Webster Cummings by Tom Bodett. Mr. Kreitz, we may end up skipping ahead. Our other matter is set for 10:30, and you guys are then start at 10:45. So we'll see. I'll put you in the waiting room until we get closer here.
Okay, whatever you need to do, whatever you need to do.
Judge, Attorney Popovits wants to speak with his client, so he asked if he could call me back.
That'd be fine.
I know we're at 10:30 here, so I wanted to.
It's fine. We're not in any big time crunch. I'll be here all morning. Our next one's 10:45. If you guys aren't done, I'll just leapfrog you, and those are second hearings and some of John Bush's cases. So we got the rest of the morning if we need it.
Understood. Thank you, Judge.
All right. All right. We're in hurry up and mode in a couple of different matters. Good morning.
How you doing, Mr. Militant?
Good.
That's good, sir.
Well, you're in the right place.
No, I've been
All
on
right.
too long.
We're in the wait mode here, so just sit tight.
Hey, Mr. Militant,
Yes.
I just want to say, I called Jamie 2 months ago, then I called him.
Don't say any more about it till everybody gets here,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
then we'll hear what you have to say.
Yes, sir. I heard that you're gonna retire real soon.
Well, I don't know how you define real soon, but I have to retire at the end of next year.
Oh, into next year.
Yeah, December of 26. All right, looks like maybe we can get started on your cases.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Clark, why don't you come up and have a seat?
Yes, sir, Mr.
Good morning. Everybody's here a little bit early, and there's no harm in that. Legal aid is working on another case with Attorney Popovits for Enchanted Glen. So we're going to skip ahead to Mr. Bush. Good morning, Mr. Bush. This is entitled Kreitz Rentals, Inc. versus Dana Clark and all other occupants at apartment 2 on Clay Street. Jamie Clark is here. Jamie Kreitz. Jamie Clark's a different person. John Bush and Mr. Clark is here. This was filed as a non-payment of rent. Mr. Bush, not sure what we determined the rent was. Through September, $3,244. Mr. Bush, anything been paid? Mr. Kreitz?
No, Your Honor. He also did not come in and pick up a packet like you instructed him to either.
Uh-oh, I didn't know anything about a package. Sorry about that, Jamie. I didn't know about that. I apologize. I didn't hear that last week.
Well, you're in a tough spot, Mr. Clark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Middleton.
You owe $3,244 in rent through September. Just a couple days, October's rent will be due. You owe $197.96 in costs for a total of $3,441.96. That's due within 10 days from today.
Yes, sir, Mr. Middleton. But this package, sorry, Jamie, what package do I supposed to come pick up? You didn't give me a call because I gave you.
Well, we talked about that last week on the record.
I'm sorry.
You were gonna ask for help from DHS. Did you do that?
No, because
That's why we told you to go pick up the packet.
Oh, hold on, wait. I went to DHS. DHS said that, Mr. Clark, you had to get a hold of your landlord. Your landlord had to give you a eviction notice. And I called you.
All right, well, you're about to get one.
Yes, sir.
So take this to DHS.
Yes, sir.
DHS keeps telling people that they need an actual eviction and they don't.
Uh-oh.
But you're gonna have one in a minute.
Yes, sir.
October 1, how much is the monthly rent?
He set up weekly at 116 a week.
All right, I'll just leave it through. So what's the date of this, Mr. Kreitz?
The 3,244 was through September 22nd. So we could add another 116 for
Yes,
today.
Sir.
For this
Well,
week.
mess my judgment all up.
And you're fine. You're fine leaving it at 3,244.
Through not September 22nd.
Sure.
Mr. Clark, I want you to go out to the counter and get a copy of this order.
Yes.
And the clerk will come get it. That's what you need to take to DHS.
Go to the clerk office?
Uh-huh.
Right now, Your Honor?
Mhm. What's the additional amount? 1/6?
It's 116 every week, so you can add 116 to the 3,244. And that
I
would
put it
get
on a
him
line plus 116 per week.
and that'll get him to September 29th.
All right. Partial payment will not prevent the writ of eviction. So he's going to get a copy of this, take it to DHS. Mr. Major is here too. Why don't you come up and have a seat, sir? We'll just keep going while legal aid is working on their case. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Kreitz Rentals Inc. versus Jose Major. That's you, sir?
Yes.
We were here last week and we went through the information. I don't remember what I put here. Make very good notes. The arrearage is $3,220 plus court costs for a total of $3,422.16. When we talked last time, you were gonna try to work on getting this caught up somehow. What's the status here today?
Well, I was gonna make a payment next week for the rent of September. Didn't make enough money to cover last week for this. I'm just trying to catch up certain bills that I have, and as you know, I'm separated, and I was gonna apply for some. I'm gonna do the paperwork for emergency funding for housing. No.
Well, we talked about this same thing. You were gonna go see Mr. Clark and get the packet.
Yeah,
I'm
I got
gonna
a packet,
give
but I was trying to avoid it, but I won't be able to qualify for loan. So over this weekend, I'm gonna fill out the paperwork and gather all my stuff, show them proofs of.
All right, well,
bills and everything.
Mr. Clark,
Yes,
we're gonna
sir.
go back to you. You need to stay in contact with Mr. Kreitz. If you don't pay that amount of money, you're subject to being evicted on October 6th.
Yes, sir.
That's 10 days from now,
Yes, sir.
unless you get some funding or Mr. Kreitz agrees to let you stay longer.
Yes, sir.
So keep that in mind. Stay in contact with him.
Yes, sir. I'm taking to the DHS right now.
All right, very good.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Major, you're kind of in the same boat. You owe a lot of money, you don't have the ability to pay it.
Well, I'm gonna make
And-
a payment. I'll make a payment on next week.
Well, he
$750.
could have, the only thing that'll cure this is paying the entire amount. No money judgment is entered at this time. You could be liable for other damages if additional rent is owed. For example, October's rent. When you got divorced, it kind of set you off your
not
pins
divorced.
are separated. And, yeah, that's what I wrote, which is financially and emotionally, struggling. But the arrearage is pretty substantial. I mentioned last week, and again, Mr. Kreitz has got lots of people waiting to rent. But I find this is through September, correct, Mr. Kreitz?
Correct, Your Honor.
The whole month. 3,220, court costs of 198.40 plus 376 is $202.16. If we add that, it gives us 3,422.16. That's a lot. So I would suggest you also take this to DHS. Let's say DHS agrees to give you $2,000. You still would owe $1,400 plus 22. The only curate is paying the entire amount.
Well, if they pay $2,000, I think you pay the rest of it. You give me 1 month.
Well, you
Stay
get
in there
10 days. You get 10 days from today, unless he agrees to give you more.
Well, 10 days is not enough. 10 days is not enough. You know.
Well, he can agree to give you up to 56 days.
Huh?
He can agree to give you up to 56 days. You don't understand the gravity of this. You failed to pay your rent for several months and you're $3,422 behind. The law says unless you pay that entire amount, you're subject to being evicted 10 days from today, which is October 6th.
Well, I'm trying to work things
no,
out.
so-
I'm trying to work these
All
out.
right, if he agrees to work things out with you, then that's fine. But if he doesn't, you're subject to being evicted. He can agree to work with you as up to 56 days before he asks for the writ of eviction. And it's easier to keep a good tenant in there than to get one in and get another one out.
Well, I've been there several years. It's not
Yes.
like I've been there 6 months.
All right,
I've been
well,
there
he,
several years, so
he may be.
I've been there
running-
like, what, 8 years?
All right, then it may be worth both of your while to try to get caught up on this. All right, let me repeat. No money judgment is entered at this time. Acceptance of a partial payment will not prevent the writ of eviction. An additional rent will be owed on October 1st. If you do end up moving, you need to turn in your keys and give your forwarding address in writing within 4 days of your moving, which will trigger the security deposit law. I want you to go out to the counter and the clerk will give you a copy of this order. You can take it to DHS. The problem is it takes them a while to process things. I had hoped you would have started this process last week, but you get a copy of this order, take it to DHS and see if you can get some emergency financial help to stay in your tenancy. The other advice is stay in contact with your landlord. Did you have trouble getting in here today?
Yeah, the cops wouldn't let me in. They're locked.
And yes, the courthouse was on a lockdown.
Why is it locked down? Somebody
They-
criminal here?
What?
Yeah,
Someone had threatened me. And,
what was it mean?
no, it wasn't you. It was another disgruntled landlord-tenant, client. All right, you go out and, get a copy of that and you take that to DHS and stay in contact with Mr. Kreitz.
Did you have to come again, court or not?
No, but you could get evicted on October 6th unless Mr. Kreitz agrees to work with you.
Well, does he want to work with me or not?
Well, you need to go talk to him. All right, you're good to go. Go out to the counter, she'll give you a copy.
I'll be right there to give you a copy.
I don't know.
She just was a little bit ago. when
I
tried
think I have 2 rooms open. I think she's still talking to Keith Cox.
Is it okay for the Hegmans to come in here?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. I guess I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but the courthouse is on a lockdown because you're free to go. A previous defendant who was quite agitated here several months ago in a foreclosure made some threats at that time. They had a very difficult time getting him out of the property. He moved in somewhere else and there was another termination of tenancy, which he failed to appear for. So he got a default judgment giving him a certain amount of time to move, which is probably about up now. He called the prosecutor's office and made some threats. And so the sheriff's department has the courthouse on a lockdown. I had planned to go out for lunch. Anyway, they're vetting all the people before they can get in here. We've got extra security and sheriff's deputies in the parking lot. And so we certainly can continue to do our Zoom stuff. And Mr. Bush, we're about on schedule. The Hegmans are here. And we'll see them here in a minute.
Aaron, I wasn't having the best audio, so you've done Clark and Major then?
Yes.
I was there, but for some reason I wasn't hearing what was said. I apologize.
I gave them both the amount you had pled and 10 days to move, and told them to get a hold of Mr. Kreitz. Neither one of them seemed to completely understand the dire straits they're in. We mentioned before, Mr. Kreitz has got a big waiting list, although with a tenant like Mr. Major, who's been there for 8 years, maybe it is worthwhile trying to work something out with him, but Mr. Kreitz knows he has the discretion to do that.
I'm not sure why the audio wasn't working, but you're coming in loud and clear now. Thank you, Judge.
We had some problems this morning, which I got turned up. Every day I have a different technical problem. I don't know if it's just me. IT had to help me. My monitor went out. Then we got locked out of something. This morning the screen was dark, so we had to shut down and reboot. But we're getting there. I understand the defendants are here. Again, people are having trouble getting into the courthouse because of this additional security.
So Jamie, you're from home then?
I'm back in town, yes, but I'm in my office.
I mean, you're not in the courthouse, obviously. Okay.
No, sir. I really like the Zoom. I hope they continue it. Saves time.
Yes, it does.
All right, Elaine, you can bring the Hegmans in if they've made it in here. When we talked last, all right, Mr. Cox and Ms. Shingledecker are back.
Hello.
Well, we're waiting for the Hegmans. Ms. Shingledecker, I wish we could get that fixed. I'm sorry, it makes you stand up the whole time.
Okay.
All right, let's take up this matter and then we'll come back to Shingledecker. This is Larry Kreitz. Why don't you have a seat right over here? Okay. Versus Michael Hegman and Valerie Hegman. They are at 700 West Congress in Sturgis. Mr. Kreitz is their landlord. When we were here last week, they indicated they planned on moving to Tennessee. Is that still correct?
Yes.
Can you be out within 10 days?
Yes.
That's the plan.
Yep, we're getting their U-Haul and all that good stuff ready for us.
Mr. Hegman, you're originally from Three Rivers, aren't you?
Yes.
I knew your dad.
Yeah, he's been gone for 20 years now.
He has. He did some tax stuff for me years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, he's been gone for a while, but I did know him. Mr. Bush, this is filed as a non-payment of rent, substantial rent arrearage. I find that through September, they owe $12,832.50 in rent, 23740 in cost, plus the mailing fee of $376. Total costs are $241.16. So the total is substantial, $13,073.66. I'm not entering a money judgment at this time. Partial payment will not prevent the writ of eviction. The date for the writ is October 6th. There will actually be another month's rent due at that time. All right. Now, when you move, the law requires that you give your forwarding address in writing to your landlord and turn in the keys. So you need to stop by Mr. Kreit's office, turn in the keys, let him know your new address, and they can proceed from there. You both got Tiger shirts on. The Tigers are about to give us all a heart attack.
Oh my goodness. It was a great game last night.
They
though.
did win last night. All right, do you have any questions?
No.
All right, if you go out to the counter, we'll give you a copy of that order.
I do have a question.
Yes?
So right now, the plan is to be able to pick up the truck like on a Saturday. If we're done packing everything up.
If you're out before October, then it won't include October's rent.
No, I'm talking about like on the 4th.
Okay.
And we get everything in there ready, just, we're done, you know.
Yes.
How do we get the keys to them? I don't know where the
What do you want them to do, Mr. Kreitz? Just leave the keys up.
They can just call myself or my father and just leave the keys on the counter, and we'll go pick them up within an hour.
All right. All right. Best of luck to you. Go out to the counter, you get a copy of this, and then you're good to go.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bush, you got one more. Mr. Schrader is here, but we're gonna go back to a general civil case we kind of set aside. And that is entitled Three Rivers Health versus Rebecca Shingledecker. Keith Cox is here. Elaine, can you see what the deal is with that camera in there?
Yes, I sure can.
All right, Mr. Cox, what's our status here?
Because we spent a fair amount of time walking through settlement options on the case. I have informed Ms. Shingledecker that I'm going to email her a proposed settlement agreement, conditional dismissal, payment plan, and pocket judgment for her to take a look at. We talked about some numbers and terms, and she wants to take a look at the nature of the agreement and have me send it over. She's also exploring the possibility of a lump sum payment that she doesn't have any means for yet, but it's also contemplating, I think. Plaintiff's position again would be that the court does grant the discovery order. I did tell Ms. Shingledecker I would not bother to serve discovery on her as long as we're talking settlement, and maybe in the next 10 days or so, we could work something out. If we don't, then maybe I'd serve the discovery on her. But I think we're on track to getting it resolved, to be honest, Judge. It seemed very encouraging and likely that the parties are going to work it out.
How about if we set a pretrial out about 30 days or so?
In lieu of granting discovery or in addition?
No, I'll grant discovery,
Okay.
but I want to have some target date.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable, Judge. Sure. Can we make it 45?
Sure. Ms. Shingledecker, what I'm proposing to do, I'm going to grant the discovery order requested. You and Mr. Cox have been discussing settlement, and I'm going to set a pretrial for a Monday morning. How about November 17th? Does that work for you, Mr. Cox?
Yeah, it's a good day for the plaintiff, Judge.
Judge Pattison won't be here that day, but I will.
So November 17th, a court date for discovery?
No, for a pretrial. If the matter is resolved before then, you don't need to come. But if it isn't resolved, we'll have a pretrial at 9 a.m. on November 17th. Parties, that's about 50 days from now.
Thank you.
Very good. And Ms. Shingledecker, look for my email probably coming your way in the next half hour or so.
Thank you, Keith.
And you have each other's contact information?
We do, and she'll have mine once I email her, yes.
All right, Ms. Shingledecker, do you have any questions?
Not at this time. Thank you, though.
All right, thank you. You guys can continue to talk, and I hope you can resolve it. But if you can't, we'll discuss it further. He's probably going to hold off on requesting all this discovery while you guys are discussing settlement.
That's right.
All right, you're good to go, Ms. Shingledecker.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, let me finish with Mr. Bush, and then we'll take up our Enchanted Glen matter.
Good morning, John.
Good morning. All right, Mr. Schrader is here. This is Larry Kreitz versus Randy Schrader. Mr. Schrader is here. We discussed this case last week on 9/19. There was an issue about how old this was. Defendant discussed briefly with Megan Bauer. I don't think she actually filed an appearance. Mr. Bush, what's the status here today?
My most recent understanding is that the parties have come together and he being Mr. Schrader is going to be paying an additional $200 per month on the arrearage. I'm not sure what length that's going to be, but that was my understanding.
So are we going to do a conditional order of dismissal or something here?
That's where I think it's going, assuming that's confirmed by Mr. Kreitz and certainly by Mr. Schrader.
Your Honor.
Yes.
When we adjourned last Friday, Jamie said he was going to talk to his dad and then contact me. I haven't heard from him at all.
That is correct, Your Honor. I talked to Mr. Bush and we just agreed that we would accept his $200 that he offered a month until the $5,079 is paid off. I apologize for not getting with you, Randy.
Yeah, thank you. I do agree to that because I do owe the money, but you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
572906 is paid off. All right, Mr. Shingledecker, what we're going to do with this case is conditionally dismiss it based on your agreement to pay an additional $200 per month to maintain this tenancy until the arrearage of $5,729 is paid off. Is that agreeable with you?
I get paid on the second Wednesday of the month, so that's showing that I haven't paid this month yet.
Okay.
I don't think we addressed when he's going to start doing that. We probably should put that on the record, Chairman.
The 15th of each month?
Yes, that would get me past the second Wednesday because I pay consistently as soon as I get my check. I go to the Omni and pay it.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bush, could you prepare a conditional order dismissal to that effect?
Yes, we may have turned the numbers around. I believe it's 5,279.06. I'm not sure that was the number that you put on the record, Your Honor.
I wrote down 5729. You got 5279?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I must have transposed the numbers last week. That'll take quite a while at $2,400 a year, but it will eventually get it paid off. And he's a good tenant. Mr. Kreitz Sr. wants to keep him as a tenant. He wants to stay there. That's all okay with me.
I've been here since 2011, so it's kind of like, I kind of treat it like my own.
Yeah, you're the kind of tenant a landlord likes to have. And this is an old arrearage they've been carrying, and this is how we'll address it.
And
right.
If I do come about some money, I will pay that right off.
Yes, if you win the lotto or you get a big tax refund or something, you can
or if
certainly
that lawsuit
pay.
comes through.
Yeah, if that lawsuit.
Yeah, it's still awaiting settlement.
Yeah. So, who knows? I may die before that's even granted.
Well, let's hope not.
Yeah.
We'll get that conditional dismissal to you, Your Honor.
All right. What year were you born, Mr. Schrader?
I don't know, but I wish I had your hair with my beard. Because it'd look pretty cool. No, I was born in 1964.
All right, Mr. Bush and I got about 10 years on you, so I think you're going to be all right. All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you very much, Judge, and you have a great day.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kreitz, Mr. Bush.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, John. No Cubs.
So
have a nice weekend, man.
You'll get a copy of that conditional order of dismissal in the mail within probably by the end of next week, but continue paying your rent.
Oh, yes.
And make that additional payment each month, and you should be all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, Mr. Kreitz, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we've cleared the decks, as it turns out. for Enchanted Glen versus Abby Everling. Megan Bauer is here. Abby Everling is here. Daniel Popovich is here from beautiful Traverse City. And I'm here in Centerville. I make a note.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I don't want to speak for Ms. Bauer, who I know you have who's in your courtroom more often than I, but we have had some fairly, I don't know about productive, but very cordial discussions this morning. And I do not have any tenants here, as you have noticed in the window, because I was meeting with them privately on my own Zoom call. And based on the conversations we had with Ms. Bauer, we've agreed, it was the agreement of Ms. Bauer and I when we left some other confidential conferences regarding this matter, that we would ask for a further adjournment today of the hearing. We would like to disclose some information from the tenant's file and work with Ms. Bauer to confirm a mutually agreeable amount that may be due for the non-payment, as well as address some other issues that would not be relevant to the non-payment, but are relevant to these parties. And it could be utilize the best efforts of Ms. Bauer and I while we're both involved.
Well, I appreciate that. Ms. Everling, your rent was alleged to be $737 a month. It's the contention of you and your lawyer that rent should have been recalculated in June. And I don't know what that recalculation is going to be. But let's assume it's reduced by a factor of something. Right now, you're not paying, I don't know that you're paying anything. And another month's rent is going to be due in October. They can accept your rent. But what I don't want to do is we get to October and I say, oh, by the way, now you owe $3,000 and you're not able to pay it. So whatever money you've got, make sure you set aside September and October's rent. We'll see what it is, but there's late fees in here. There's some other things. We're going to try to sort it all out. Your lawyers have been working hard on this all morning, but we haven't gotten to where we need to be. How long of an adjournment do you request? No matter what we do, we're going to be into October.
Right. I'd ask 2 weeks at least. I just think time goes so quick, and I think Ms. Bauer and I can work together really well, but just 2 weeks seems at least the minimum.
And you got to crunch a bunch of numbers and you got to share it with your pay people. So 2 weeks from today would be October the 10th. So let's see what we got for time for that day. I got Mr. Reed in there. How about 11 o'clock? Boy, I haven't even filled it up yet. 11 o'clock on Friday, October 10th. Does that work?
I'll make sure it does, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
All right. These other issues you alluded to, are they, and I don't want you to get into details, but are they lease violation issues?
Yeah, Your Honor, I'll be very careful with my wording because I don't want to create any misperception. But yeah, I think there's the recertification arguments that Ms. Bauer brought up at the first hearing that you've alluded to as to the amount of rent that's due and owing. There are some other things that are taking place that have been brought to my attention. And I always find it to be tremendously beneficial if a tenant has legal representation through legal aid or otherwise. And I think we have a good voice piece with Ms. Bauer to sort of address some of those and maybe not only resolve the non-payment, make sure we're on the same page as to the amount of rent moving forward in the recertification processes as they may be, as well as other obligations of either party going forward and avoid future filings or notices as a result.
I think that's wise. What we're alluding to, Ms. Everling, and I don't know that anything's, I'll take an example. Let's say that your lease says you're not supposed to have a dog and you've got a dog in there. This is a theoretical. And so even if you pay your rent, your landlord may ask to terminate your rent because you're violating the lease by having a dog. So Mr. Popovits has alluded that there may be some sort of lease issues, and his theory, which I agree with, as long as you got counsel, they're gonna work on everything. If there are other issues that maybe are non-compliant with the lease and some amount of unpaid rent, they're gonna work on all those issues. So you would win the battle but lose the war if, let's say, I reduced your rent to $200, then they move to terminate your tenancy because there's lease violations. So it is wise to try to address everything. So
Judge,
we
may
will
I,
adjourn.
May I
Yes,
just add to the record that if we are truly going to try to address everything, then my client will be keeping family status, which is a protected class, family status-based discrimination on the table in our conversation. I'll leave it at that. I'm aware of some of the non-rent related concerns involved in this case. And as my colleague states, ideally we'll be able to work towards resolution to avoid having multiple cases and extended litigation. But it does cut both ways perhaps at this point.
all right, very good. Ms. Everling, you've got legal counsel, which means you're way ahead of where a lot of people are. You've got your lawyer and their lawyer working on trying to work out a resolution, which means generally maintain your tenancy. So we'll address this at 11 o'clock on October 10th. I'll
Judge,
see everybody.
Can I ask one additional question of the court?
Yes.
Will the court treat this hearing in 2 weeks as a pretrial, or would the court expect us to be in person for a contested
No, you
finding
will
of
do it
fact?
by Zoom. If it is contested, I'll block out the rest, block out till noon.
Your Honor, also,
But everybody may appear by Zoom.
thank you for that courtesy. Appreciated.
I guess I'm not sure that the parties are entirely clear on all layers of what is contested. The regulations, the parties are not even on the same page on which regulations control this tenancy at this point. So I'm a little
Well,
bit
right now,
concerned
it's
on
just a non-payment of rent case. And I got your appearance about a second ago and your brief. So I haven't looked at it carefully, but right now I'm just trying to figure out a number that I'm gonna tell her she needs to pay.
And how we calculate that number depends on whether we're under the rules of the Department of Housing and Urban Development or we're under the rules of the U.S. Department of Agriculture. And right now, the parties aren't on the same page on that.
All right, well, I love getting into federal regulations and arcane minutia regarding these federally subsidized leases, but we'll see how much progress we can make on October 10th at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your
Thank you
Honor.
for your patience.
All
Gary,
right, Ms.
Taylor.
Evans, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Your Honor. Everyone have a good weekend.
You too.
We're working on it, thank you.
Judge, that concludes the landlord-tenant docket this morning then?
Yes, it does, thanks.
Thank you.
Word lock big if they found him. All right. Apparently the courthouse lockdown has been lifted. They found the person that is very angry. And we'll see where that goes. I've got to go in that room and work on that camera. That is stressful to the staff when that sort of stuff happens. But apparently he's in custody. So everybody is breathing a little easier. You'll recognize him when we get into the case further. All right, that finishes our morning. The lyric of today, well, this morning, was, hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. Standing in a hollow, playing a new game. We have just one bench warrant arraignment this afternoon. A young woman's been AWOL for a couple of years. Did not get a walk-in. I went to the Amish hardware store to get a window repaired. And it is a beautiful day. It would have been a nice day to have a walk. I guess everybody should have every day be like this. About 77, sunny, not windy, low humidity, blue sky. We get so few all blue sky days here. All right. Yeah, I guess it's hot in Florida. Our friends are back home. I'm told October is the best month of the year in Florida if you don't get a hurricane, and I hope they don't. Tourists are gone. Air is less humid. Sky's blue, still warm. October can be nice in Michigan, but it's a different kind of thing. Good afternoon, Miss Green. As soon as the public will talk about your, be with you in just a minute. We got a double rebound sound going on there. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. All right, Mr. Stickley has to move this up to 115, which was fine with me. So he can do the magistrate arraignments at 130. I think there's only one. Jail account this morning was 111. Several people being held for other jurisdictions. Hopefully I'd like to keep it under 100. So everyone, please don't get arrested this weekend so we can keep our jail population down. It's supposed to be 80 and sunny. Do something else besides get arrested. Have a picnic. Go fishing. Well, it is 1:15. I mentioned before lunch there had been a shutdown at the courthouse, and the person who made the threats this morning has been arrested, is in custody. So there's no longer any immediate threat. I want to thank the Sheriff's Department for their prompt response. He actually made the threats through a phone call to the prosecutor's office. It's likely that all 4 of our judges will probably disqualify themselves. So unfortunately, we're going to have to ask for some help from another county. Well, Mr. Stickley, you asked me to move this up. So I did. All right, Mr. Stickley has joined us. Thank you, Mr. Stickley. This is Jennifer Ann Green. The file number here is 231021. Ms. Green was charged with a retail fraud. It's alleged to have occurred on March 10th of 2023 at the Menard store with her co-defendant, Mystique Conley. Ms. Green, it probably would not surprise you that Mystique Conley blamed all this on you. Her matter has been resolved. Anyway, we had a lot of trouble getting you here. At one point you were in the hospital, then you went AWOL sometime in 2023, and we haven't seen you since. How did you come to get arrested last night?
The officer seen me walking.
Where, in what town?
In Three Rivers.
How long have you been in Three Rivers?
I mean, pretty much forever. I mean.
So this warrant was just hanging out there. I guess they never served it. In the meantime, you apparently got some trouble in Paw Paw because you're on probation in Van Buren. What are you on probation for in Van Buren?
I'm a felony DUI.
A felony one?
Yes.
Are you in a drug or treatment court or anything?
No, probably should be, but no.
Well, we have one. We got to get this case back on track. You've got a hold on you from Van Buren County for a probation violation. Apparently weren't looking for you very hard because then right there. Where do you live?
In Constantine.
Still Diane Drive, Constantine?
That's correct.
All right. You've also got some other stuff that wasn't dealt with. Attempt to resist and obstructing and file 221271 FY. You got some jail time. You owed $475 or 4 more days. You never paid anything on that. We sent you some notices in January. File 211183 SD was a previous drunk driving charge. You owed $875 or 8 days from Judge Pattison. You didn't pay that either. So maybe we'll try to see if we can resolve those while we have you. I'm going to reset the attorney pretrial.
Okay.
The very next available one is October 3rd.
So for those times, I can sit those 12 days, is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, it wouldn't be 12, it would be 4 and 8 served at the same time.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
I'll try to get those files out for your pretrial on October 3rd. Your attorney is still Ross Truckee. The bond here was set in the amount of $500 cash or surety.
For the whole house, I can work, will I stay here till?
Well, you can't. So if you post bond, they'll take you to Pawpaw. So
Well, no,
my
they want you to
inclination
stay
is you
here
just
till-
stay here and then we'll try to resolve all your cases next Friday at
Okay, that's what
8:30.
I'm gonna stay here so I can just be dressed out and get out of this holding cell.
Yes, I hope so. All right, I'll see you next Friday morning. I'll let Mr. Truckee know you're in custody. We'll see if we can take care of this old retail fraud and your failure to pay cases. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stickley. Well, she seemed to accept her current lot in life. She's probably safe and warm where she is now. All right, that was pretty simple. I'll sign off. The magistrate's gonna do some arraignments. All right, we'll be in recess.
James Mitchell, Angusether.
Hello.
Afternoon. So it looks like all we're doing is giving it the correct capitalization in the appropriate spots. Is that right?
If you see what I had submitted, the emergency notice of proper venue and jurisdiction, it was to be moved to Superior Court so it can be heard in its proper jurisdiction and equity. Because that's not essentially what I'm trying to accomplish. It's my understanding that this court didn't have any equity jurisdiction.
Well, I can change the name as you've written it to how you want it, but if you want to go into Superior Court and ask them to do that, I'm happy to just say, okay, go file it in Superior Court. That's up to you.
Would you be able to transfer that into Superior Court as it's an emergency, as there's ongoing
No.
harm, as I've
No,
referenced in the case?
you're gonna have to refile it in Superior Court. We don't have any transfer power on a name change.
Okay, so that would just be a statutory change under the jurisdiction of district court.
I'm happy to change your name as it is written on the form. If you want to have Superior Court deal with it, you're going to have to file it in Superior Court. So,
could you elaborate if that would accomplish the objective that I've expressed?
Well, I don't understand the objective you expressed, and I doubt I will understand it because I know where you're coming from on this, and that language is sort of meaningless in the context of what we do here. So I can change your name to the format that you have on the petition without regard to whatever else you have in the petition. I'm willing to do that, but I'm not going to make any other assertion related to that. So it's your choice. You can do it or not.
Okay.
What does okay mean? Are you going to do it or not do it?
Trying to get more of an elaboration as far as the equity jurisdiction of the court.
Yeah, okay. I have the authority to change names. I'm gonna leave it at that. If you
Would
wanna,
that be a correction?
if you wanna have a, puzzle over that, that's fine. But I'll tell you, I have the authority to change names. So what I'm gonna do, Mr. Angus Sether, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is, I'll let you think about it for a while. Your choice is I'll sign this, or you can, withdraw it and file in Superior Court. And those are entirely yours, but I'm gonna move on to another one. And I'll call you later on and you can let me know how you've decided to do this.
For clarification, would that be a statutory name change or a correction?
It's a name change.
Okay. I'll decline for now. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Max Wheeler. One more time than you thought you'd spend the courtroom.
A little bit. It's okay.
Stand for one, I'll swear you in. Swear the testimony in this case be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I do. But next. Just had a lot on this afternoon, so my apologies.
No worries.
Had to wait so long. Okay, so Mr. Elhart is an acquaintance.
Yes,
What does that mean?
I have known him since back in high school, was friends with him. He's had quite a few issues, and for a while now, I've asked him to leave me alone, and things have been getting
Said you killed his mother.
he thinks I killed his mother. He thinks I killed somebody else. He thinks I'm stalking him. He thinks it's he's had long history of drug and mental issues, and he goes in and out of these things where I'm at the point where I'm afraid of what he's going to do.
When was the last time he texted you?
This morning at about 3:00 in the morning.
What did that text say?
Quite a few curse words, just calling me different names that similar to what's in there.
How often is he texting?
It happens here and there. There's multiple people that he's doing the same thing to, that he will have his episodes and just thinks everybody's out to get him. And
is he accusing other people of killing his mother too?
yes, and I've advised them to come in and do the same thing. I really don't know what to expect out of him. One day another person had called for a wellness check for him yesterday. They went out, talked to him, seemed completely normal. Then 6-7 hours later,
you don't have any minor children reporting on this work.
I do not. There's
right. Looks like two of you don't live near each other.
So he lives about 5 minutes away from the house that I have multiple houses, but where I stay at is about 5 minutes away from his house.
Okay. He's well beyond 1,000 feet.
Correct. Right.
That's why I was asking. And does he know where you work?
Yes.
Does he work with you?
No.
Do you have any firearms?
In the past, I know that he has owned them. At this point, I do not know.
displayed a firearm to you, or has he said he's going to shoot you, or?
Over the phone, he has made multiple threats that none of them have specifically been a firearm.
I need something specific to a firearm. Restrict his right to possess firearm. And his residence, is it inside any of the cities or is it county?
It is county.
Sheriff's office to serve.
Yes, please.
Hearing will be the 6th of October at 9 o'clock, not in here. Courtroom across the hall. You can appear remote or you can appear in person. It's up to you. But Mr. Elhart needs to be served. If he's not served, we can't do anything at a hearing and won't have the benefit of the protection order. So
right,
you need to work with the sheriff's office to make sure he gets served. And what I'm going to suggest is you just wait outside and we'll get you the service packet, which you can then walk straight across to the sheriff's office over there, and hand it to them, begin that process.
Okay. So then once, I don't know if I understand this clearly, but the immediate protection order, if once he's served, will that be in effect?
It goes into the protection order is not in effect relative to him as far as being legally enforceable unless he knows about it.
Right. I mean,
That
before
means he
our,
has to be handed.
before our court date though, on the 6th, will
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm going to send you over to the sheriff's office today, maybe to get him served tonight or tomorrow. As soon as he has it, then the temporary protection order is in effect.
Okay, perfect. So this.
Okay, you can just wait out in the lobby and Chase will be over there to help you in just a few minutes.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, in the sheriff's office, just right there. Look like you're waiting for a case.
We were, but we weren't sure if it was today or not.
What's the case?
So we had an impound hearing back on the 12th.
Yeah,
And the petitioner didn't show up.
that's right.
So we got a call that there was one on the 26th today, but nothing came in the mail. So we just want to show up just to cover us.
And did he ever come in to reset?
I don't. So.
Okay. So, sorry. He probably called you because he showed up here and I was informed that Commissioner Wool had told him he had to file a document explaining why he missed the last hearing if he wanted to get it reset, and he's not filed the document and seemed to express some confusion as to whether that was what he was told. So we don't have anything. As far as I know, there's no hearing set.
Okay, that's totally fine with me.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Plus, you just wanted to hang out here.
I did. I really wanted to get out of the office. It was super slow today, so
Yeah.
this half the
And you
time-
heard what I said to Hollywood Towing, which is take the picture of
I
the,
did.
but you guys always do, so,
Yeah, got a little kick out of that.
yeah. All right.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye. Look at our calendar.